I'm going to take you through the Playguepals Streamlabs setup that we use on 4 different computers with different graphics cards and CPU capabilities. This will cover a few basic OBS tools, a setup for most styles of streaming, and the settings that have proven the most efficient for us. All the links I think you'll need will be in the description. After you have downloaded Streamlabs, sign into your Twitch account and link any other platforms you will be streaming to. We stream to YouTube and Twitch. I'm not going to explain the settings, there are some awesome videos that do that. I'm going to tell you what we do and you can try it out. Under General, I have confirm stream title and game before going live, so I can check to make sure I actually remembered to change that. And I automatically record the stream onto an external hard drive. If your CPU doesn't like multitasking, you can download your VOD later from Twitch at a possible lower quality. Under Output Streaming, the output mode is Advanced. There is one audio track, and the encoder is hardware NVENC. Enforced settings is selected, rate control is CBR, bitrate is 3000, preset is quality, profile is high, and psycho visual tuning is selected. Moving over to recording, you can select the quality for recording and the file location. Under audio, I have 48 and mono, and for audio devices I have the computer audio and a mic. Under video, the base canvas is what you are seeing in Streamlabs, so make that whatever is comfortable for you to work with. For output, I've gone with 1280 by 720. It's the 720 you're looking for. For the downscale filter, we use Linxos, or however you say it. Sharpened scaling 32 samples, and for FPS values we have done 60 and 30 FPS and see very little difference with the amount Twitch condenses. Under advanced from the top to the bottom, above normal, NV12, 601, partial, forced GPU as render device is selected, default. Skipping down to automatically reconnect, we have that enabled in case our connection drops temporarily, or in case I turn off my computer again. Anyway, on the bottom you will see a blank area called Scenes, and next to that, Sources. You can make a collection of different scenes for different occasions. For instance, I have made a collection called Path of Exile that contains our main screen and credits. For Halo, I can switch from a split player view to a single view for cutscenes. This is all captured on Discord, which I will cover in a little bit. To build this collection, I already have my first scene. Over in Sources, I'm going to build my look. Add a background, so if you have to turn off all of the content above it, there is something nice to look at. Or some unimaginable horror, if that's what floats your boat. An easy resizing is done by right-clicking on the picture or source and going to Transform, then Fit to Window. Let's do a basic essential setup for going live. Press the plus next to Sources and add the events list. This shows whatever exciting thing has happened recently, like new follows, and if I see anything that looks like a bot, I seek them out and destroy them. If you double-click on any source, you can see your options. In the case of the events list, you can customize the color, overall look, font, etc., so it will blend into whatever aesthetic you're going for in the scene. You can move any unlocked source by grabbing and dragging it, and can resize it by grabbing a corner and dragging it inward or outward. To add an alert box, press the plus by sources, alert box, then done. Double-click alert box to change what it looks like and sounds like. You can find tutorials on ways to use Streamlabs animation when you are not subscribed, and I will cover that in the OBS setup breakdown, but I did get Prime. I used the decay theme for the alerts and changed the wording, font, animation, and sound to what best fit our theme. To add a camera, press the plus by sources, then video capture device. Double-click to add your Soul Stealer. Likely you will want to flip the view and reduce the area the camera is capturing, so right-click on the camera source, go to Transform, and click Flip horizontally. Now you can view yourself as a mirror, rather than a doppelganger hunting you in a realistic horror game. Yay! To reduce the capture size, press Alt on your keyboard, then drag in the corners. It took me way too long to figure this out. Yeah, you already knew that. Congratulations, here's a star. To add your mic and check desktop sound, go to Mixer. It's usually on the far right bottom corner. You will see desktop audio, and below that is mic auxiliary. Press the wheel at the end of the mic mixer and click on Properties. Ensure you have your mic selected, and you're good to go. Hopefully. A fine assortment of pals play on this channel, and some of them deserve credit for that. Let's add a text source. Press the plus by Sources, Text, and Add. If I learned anything from my time on Imgur, it was that giraffes' necks weigh approximately 600 pounds and that captions should be white lettering with black borders. Remember that cursive is a dead language and choose an easy font to read. Add an outline, choose your outline color, adjust the thickness, then press Done. For gamers, let's add a game capture source. Some older titles can be tricky, so here are a few tips if that doesn't pop up without assistance. You can't clip me here, yep. First look to see the capture options by double-clicking Game Capture. It should, in theory, detect any full-screen game you open, but if you have the game windowed, just go to Capture Method and change it to Windowed, then select the game. We're a PG-13 channel, so I always turn off the cursor. If you want a border around the game, then you can reduce the size and either move the window as close to center as you can using Streamlabs guides, or just right-click on it, go to Transform, and press Center to Screen. If Game Capture is still not working, use Window Capture. Add that the same way, and then select the game name. There is another handy use for Window Capture. Do you have a buddy you want to game with? Don't be an Ursula and capture only their voice. Add Window Capture, then go to whatever program you are using to communicate with them. We use Discord. I'm going to transform this to fit my window so it's easier to adjust, then press Alt to pull in the sides so I have only my imaginary friend selected. I'm going to place him in the corner here. We use green screens so we don't block too much of the game, so let's add filters to make our backgrounds transparent. Right-click on either your video capture for your own camera or on your window capture for your buddy. Press Filters. Press the plus sign, then add Chroma Key. Color Key also works for making a color transparent, but Chroma Key is best for this job, at least for me. You can use a blue screen as well, but it's easier for us to light the greens. Slide to the right to select more green, slide to the left for less, and use Smoothness to feather out the green selection as you prefer. Be aware that yellow shirts and green eyes can disappear the further right you go. I also like to add a color correction for some of us, generally adding more contrast, some saturation, and adding or subtracting red for natural skin tones. I cover graphics, sound, and text commands in a separate video, as well as making your own graphics and sounds, but here's a quick example of adding a little flair. No, not a literal flair. I'm going to add a new source, this time media source. Let's add something from a little-known franchise called Star Wars. Grab wherever your file is hiding on your computer, and once selected, press Loop or else the media will play through, then end. You will also always want to select the Close File when inactive option so that your CPU doesn't explode. You may recognize this actor as someone who likes trains. Move the graphic to where you want it to go. He comes and goes too fast, so I'm going to slow things down by double-clicking on the media and reducing the speed to around 70. Press Done, then right-click on the media and add a color or chroma key to remove the green. Press Done, then double-click on the media again, turn off the loop. Now you've got a little pizzazz to your stream. No, pizzazz, not pizzas. To add a new scene, press the plus by Scene, then build a new scene here. For a new collection, press on the name of your current collection, go to Manage All, then either duplicate or add a new collection. You can rename and delete your collections here as well. If you want to copy anything over from another scene, even if it is in a different collection, click on one source, press Ctrl+C, navigate to the scene you want it in, then press Ctrl+V. To copy several specific sources, click on the ones you want while holding Ctrl. And for several altogether, click on the first of the column, hold down Shift, and click on the last. Then, as before, navigate to the scene you want them in, and press Ctrl+V. Check out the description for more information, and check out our other tutorial videos. It may not be the best setup, but it's ours.